If you need any Ultimate Team coins, head over to footcoinking.com. There's a link in the description, and if you use my discount code CHES, CHES, as you can see on screen, you'll get yourself an extra 5% off. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 25 of the Dortmund career mode. But today we're not with Dortmund, we're with the German national team as we tackle the World Cup group stage. We've got Australia, Austria and Ivory Coast in our group, and we'll be taking them on in the process of today's episode. Of course, feel free to leave the video a like if you enjoyed. That'd be absolutely superb. If we could hit 200 again like we did yesterday and last Friday, that would be absolutely fantastic. You guys have been showing superb support. Please do continue to do so. I hope you enjoy it. We'll tackle Australia in this opening game. But there's one quick thing I want to say. I mentioned it in a Road to Glory episode at the weekend. I've actually set up a Facebook page for the channel. It's if it's something you might be interested in, then there's a link in the description along with all of the other social links, like the link to my Instagram and to my Twitter. So if you want to head over there, drop it a follow, or even add it as a friend, etc. I'll be accepting friend requests, etc. over there. So if you want to do that, it's completely up to you. It's just a trial thing. If it's popular, I'll keep it. If it isn't, I'll probably deactivate it. But as you can see in the background, we've just taken a 1-0 lead. Our first ever goal in the World Cup finals of 2014 comes through Mario Götze. It's a great finish as well, and he's involved again here just before half time, playing the ball down the line to Philipp Lahm. Good cross, and Julian Drax is going to give it a whack from the back post. Unfortunately, can't quite get it on target. Despite the good connection, it flies past the near post, and we stay at 1-0. Still not done for the first half, though. Mario Götze involved again. A lot of you have asked for me to perhaps bring him into the side for a Dortmund side, but he would be a fantastic acquisition. I'm not really too sure I could afford to bring him in, though. Same with Mesut Özil, another top quality player, one that we probably can't afford at Dortmund, but he himself is involved here. Götze gets a goal and an assist, and it's another world-class finish from a world-class player. Fantastic strike, cuts across the ball right into the top corner. We take a 2-0 lead into the break, and Julian Drax is involved again here as we head into the second half. Great ball with the outside of his foot from Bastian Schweinsteiger into Mario Gomez, who I started up top for this game. Not really too sure what to do striking option wise with this side. I've only really got Stefan Kiesling and Mario Götze. Oh, not Mario Götze, Mario Gomez in the starting lineup, although it was Gomez again on the ball there. Unfortunate with the effort. Good technique again with the volley, this time though again wide of the post, similar to Julian Drax earlier on in the game. Bastian Schweinsteiger doesn't really have too much pace, but he's got just enough to get away from the defensive line there, but not quite enough technique at the end of the run to be able to get it into the back of the net with a dink. So we made some changes. 3 of them in fact were being made, bringing on Sidney Sam, Thomas Muller and Gundogan, I think. Yes, Gundogan's on the ball here, going to take it off the Australian, but gets tackled yet again, and they're actually going to create themselves an opportunity here after I made the changes. He took the new players a while to bed into the game, and they've changed. Blasnic has the shot there, but fortunately for me, it's straight at Manuel Neuer, and it's a comfortable save. And we're into stoppage time at the end of the second half, rather. Goodwin set through, takes the shot early, and I think that's what catches Manuel Neuer out. And Australia have themselves a goal back. Is it enough for them to be able to get back into the game and get themselves a point from their opening World Cup game? Decent finish, but unfortunately for them, it wasn't enough. We take a 2-1 lead and a 2-1 win, and we'll take all 3 points from the first game of the World Cup. Really pleased with that. Slightly disappointed to have given up the clean sheet, but still, the group stage, goal difference shouldn't really be a problem. It's all about just getting the points on the board, and we've got 3 of them. And in fact, we'll be taking on the other team that won the opening day. Ivory Coast beat Austria. Not really too sure by what scoreline, but they will be a stern test. In the World Cup this summer just gone, they had a disappointing time. Probably one of their worst World Cup campaigns in recent memory, but they'll be wanting to rectify that in today's episode, and obviously they'll be trying to do that against us. There aren't really many better teams to prove your worth against than the German national side, but Marco Reus is going to put in a delicious ball to the back post for Mesut Özil on the volley to score his second goal of the tournament in just the 4th minute of the second game. Fantastic run from Reus, cuts inside really nicely with a Ronaldo chop. The ball is pinpoint accurate, and Mesut Özil doesn't disappoint with a superb volley. Again, the technique is absolutely next level. Great first time volley into the back, and then it goes, and we take a 1-0 lead. And we weren't done attacking wise for the opening few minutes. Another fantastic ball from Bastian Schweinsteiger. Sidney Sam in behind, tries the cheeky little dink, and the goalkeeper is just about able to jump up and tip it over. Almost dropped into the back post. There were 2 men there at the back post to try and get it in. We're going to pick up the corner. We're going to take the corner. Mesut Özil was involved again, whipping it in from this left hand side. Badstuber goes up, and it's another good save by the goalkeeper. He's been in fantastic form in these opening few minutes. Of course, unfortunate not to keep the first game out, or first goal out rather. But again, this time, on the other hand, he's very fortunate not to have conceded a second. A great header from the corner comes rattling off the bar, and unfortunately we aren't able to double our lead. And Ivory Coast got themselves further and further into the game, having a couple of chances here. Marcel Janssen's header back isn't the best, and somehow, by doing a backflip, Bernd Leno was able to get that ball away from goal, and it could have gone absolutely anywhere. But Ivory Coast picked up another corner a little bit later on, but we're going to catch them on the counter-attack from it. Marco Reus is going to get played in here by Thomas Müller. He brings it down really, really well. Reus has got Jackpo for company, but he's going to do a nice step over and turn inside. All he's got to do is find the finish, but Diaz Jeje, the goalkeeper, keeps him out yet again. After conceding one, he seemed certain and determined not to concede another, and we headed into the second half. Yaya Toure involved, as you can see. Good ball across to Seydou Doumbia. Unfortunately can't quite get the ball into the back of the net, but they've still got possession. Jackpo whips it in. Gervinho, great reaction save from Bernd Leno, but none of the three defenders on Gervinho were able to stop him from getting their second header on goal and getting Ivory Coast back in the game at 1-1. So Kevin Crosskreutz is played down the right hand side on the hour mark. He's going to whip it across, really good cross towards Thomas Müller at the back post. Great in the air, Thomas Müller, but unfortunately can't quite get his angles right. Tries to do the keeper by going back across goal and just beats the far post as well. So he was going to come off. Marcel Janssen coming off as well. Stefan Kiesling was going to go up top, and Marcel Schmelzer was going to fill in that left back role, and he was caught out of position here. Serge Aurier, the new PSG signing, pushes down the right hand side, shows great feet to hold me off. I didn't want to dive in and give away a penalty. As you can see, Huvades was booked as well, and the deflection could have gone anywhere. We came very close to conceding a goal with Bernd Leno's backflip earlier on, and the deflection there almost took it into the back of net again. We're trying to get ourselves 2-1 up though. Mesut Ozil breaks free, going to get his third goal of the tournament. Again, the goalkeeper comes up with a top save. Perhaps Ozil could have taken that on a little bit further and gotten us all 3 points. Unfortunately though, he wasn't able to do so, and we did take a draw from that. So both ourselves and Ivory Coast sit on 4 points, and we head back towards the third game. But there's a few things to sort out Borussia Dortmund wise as we head into that third game. And as you can see, we win Manager of the Year award from the Bundesliga. Very, very nice to receive that award and be recognised for our superb job in the season last year, and the board recognised it as well. As you can see, super season. They were very, very pleased with what we did in the league. Obviously we won the league title. Unfortunately we got knocked out of the Champions League in the group stage. It's a bit disappointing that they don't recognise the fact that we then went on to win the Europa League, but still I guess the game for some reason doesn't recognise those facts, and we failed in the Champions League, we failed in the Deutsche Pokal, and we've got a £38.5 million transfer budget for the next season. You guys have been giving me loads of transfer suggestions. Hit me up in the comment section with even more if you haven't left one already, or if you've thought of someone else. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the box down below, and I will look at as many people as I possibly can. As you can see, the board want us to win the Champions League in this second season. Definitely going to be difficult, and they want us to win the Deutsche Pokal as well, and you can only presume by the time we get around to getting the email about the league that they'll want us to win that as well. So the board are probably going to want a treble from us, but we want to get ourselves out of this group stage with Germany in the World Cup. That's the most pressing issue at hand, and we'll be jumping into this third game here. Germany versus Austria, neighbours of course in Europe, and of course from the same confederation as well as such, and you'll be able to see from the league table that's going to pop up on your screen any minute now that a draw will be enough to get us through. Australia and Austria drew their game, so they're both on 1 point. Ourselves and Ivory Coast are on 4. If we can just avoid defeat, we will most definitely be through to the next round of the World Cup. And Marcel Janssen came close there. Good strike from distance, good connection on it. Unfortunately, though, took a deflection. Going to have the corner. Muller's going to go up. It's going to get knocked back towards the back post. Julian Draxler with the extravagant. It's going to drop to Muller again. Has another shot that's well blocked, and unfortunately, we aren't able to make anything of it in those opening few stages. And actually, Austria were going to come at me in the opening few minutes as well. Ivancic's played down the left-hand side. It's going to whip the ball in, and it's going to be a great cross. Andreas Weimann of Aston Villa, no less, wins the header, but fortunately it's straight at Manuel Neuer, and we're able to survive. Just on the half-hour mark then, time to have some more corners and some more chances. A great save by the goalkeeper from the header from Mats Hummels. He, of course, has scored plenty of headers for us this season at Borussia Dortmund. We're hoping he can do the same again here at the German national side. Thomas Muller's going to have the shot. It's deflected. Draxler had the shot. Deflected again. Mats Hummels, though, brings it down on his chest beautifully and finds the bottom corner. Would you have expected that sort of finesse from a player of Mats Hummels' ability going forward? Definitely not. But look at that chest control and then the presence of mind to side foot it tidily into the side netting. We take a 1-0 lead. A fantastic finish. I would have expected that from someone like Özil or Marco Reus. Julian Draxler going on a great run here though. Rides 3 challenges to get the shot away. Oh, so unlucky. You know when you press change player button to try and change to the man at the back post and then shoot, and it already reads the change player so that you end up chipping the shot. It's exactly what happened there. We had a perfect opportunity to get 2-0 in front, and unfortunately we didn't. And Ivancic is through here, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Mats Hummels just outmuscles him. The referee deems that a foul, and is coming across to have a word with Mats Hummels. I didn't think anything was going to come of it, and he arrives with a red card in his hand. Mats Hummels, the goal scorer, gets sent off for the most innocuous of challenges you've ever seen in your life. I'll show you the replay. Please tell me how this is a red card. I know there's a slight shirt tug in there, but he's just outmuscled him. There's nothing more than that. And there is another man there as well. And the referee still deems him to be last man, a clear goal-scoring opportunity apparently, and sends him off. Could not believe it. So we were up against it for the rest of the game. On the hour mark now in the second half, Thomas Müller trying to get on the end of the cross from Philipp Lahm. Doesn't quite do so. Mario Götze with a good falling back volley. Unfortunately, though, can't quite find the back of the net. Very similar to Mario Gomez's effort in one of the earlier games. But Austria are going to have a chance here. For some reason, the defender misses the ball over the top, and Ivancic has a gilt-edged chance. There is no reason why he shouldn't be putting that into the back of the net. Perhaps he was just surprised that the opportunity came to him at all, or was put off by the fact that Manuel Neuer was bearing down on him, but he missed the target, and that was crucial for us. They catch us on the counter-attack here, nick the ball away from us in the midfield. Arnautovic finds the ball over to Hosiner, and Jerome Boateng with a great tackle, but only as far as Hosiner's chest. Unfortunately for us, he isn't able to find the back of the net, and he kicks it wide. And we're actually going to end the game with a chance of our own. Marcel Janssen with a good step over. He's going to find Thomas Müller in the middle. Look at the run from deep from Philipp Lahm. I played him at CDM this game and not right back. And what a ping. You didn't expect the finish that came from Mats Hummels earlier on in the game. And you didn't expect that sort of technique and finish from Philipp Lahm either. He's a very, very good defensive player. Doesn't offer that much when it comes to goal scoring, but the technique on this volley, you see it especially well from this second angle. That is just next level. So good. Very impressed with that. And that gave us a 2-0 win, and we will be through to the knockout rounds of the World Cup down in Brazil. Fingers crossed we can get through in the next round. Although, as you'll be able to see from the next screen, the game screwed me over. As you can see, on the Wednesday, the 2nd of July, we had the final group stage game, and then apparently the next knockout round is 2 days later on the Friday. So not only do we miss out on Mats Hummels through suspension, a dodgy suspension, we also have a really tired squad. It's going to be a massive struggle to be able to get through that game against Holland. Fingers crossed we can do that. That will be coming in tomorrow's episode along with any further rounds should we be able to get there. Of course, feel free to leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. All links will be in the description of every single video. So if you don't follow me on any of those, head over and do so. Be great to have some interaction with you guys away from YouTube as well as here in the comment section of the videos, etc. Like mentioning in the comments, let me know some suggestions for transfers. Of course, we're into the transfer window now, so we'll be looking at players kind of in between the World Cup episodes. So if anything does happen, I'll include it in the episodes with the German national team. If it doesn't, we'll kind of maybe do a recap when we get back to Dortmund. But as for now, we're continuing in the World Cup. Thank you very much for watching. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Drop me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't. There's a link in the top right and the description to do so. And I will see you next time.